speech is offensive. That's what it's about. That's why we have freedom of speech.
Pierce County Sheriff Keith Swank says a social media post he made Monday asking if it's time to ban trans people from owning guns was meant to be provocative.
I wanted to see what the people on the left would say, if they'd say, the people who say we should ban firearms, what they're going to say if I ask them a question about that, and see what the responses might be.
He posted the tweet less than 1 week after a transgender woman carried out a mass shooting at a Minnesota church. The motive is still under investigation. Swank said he believes transgender people have mental health problems.
If I thought I was the President of the United States today, would people say I have a mental health issue? They would say yes, but if you think you're a boy and you're a girl, it's okay.
He did add that he does not believe all transgender people should be banned from owning guns.
I didn't put it out to be a threat to anybody's right to own a gun, but the fact of the matter is there are people out there who say that we should ban all guns, and so then I'm putting it out there. Should we ban guns? And if we do, who should we ban them from, and things like that. Open up the conversation.
Data from 2016 to 2020 shows that out of the 180 mass attacks in the U.S., less than 2% were carried out by people who are transgender. More than 95% were perpetrated by cisgender men. That's according to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
Is it time for all cisgender white men for their rights to be taken away? Because they are notoriously the ones that are committing the mass shootings and crimes.
The Rainbow Center in Tacoma is a nonprofit that supports people in the LGBTQ+ community. They say it's important for people in leadership positions to speak in a responsible way that doesn't cause harm to the community they serve, which includes transgender people.
We believe very strongly that trans rights are human rights. We deserve complete equity and equality across the board and should not be demonized or othered because of one human being that commits a crime.
The sheriff says he will serve and protect everyone in the county and says everyone has a right to free speech.
I worked in Seattle for 33 years. I worked hundreds and hundreds of protests. I probably didn't agree with very many of those people at all, but I always made sure they had the right to voice their opinion, say what they want to say, and that's what I still stand by.
Now, I asked Sheriff Swank if he would be okay with his deputies sharing thoughts on social media in a similar way. He said it would probably be acceptable as long as it wasn't criminal or cause for a lawsuit. He said he supports freedom of speech even if people at the sheriff's office were to share thoughts that are contrary to his. In Tacoma, Connor Board, King 5 News.